Welcome to a small video done on the 29th of January 2012 about the refit that I'm about to have in the kitchen in my flat. And this is just a small video just to show you around the flat before it happens. So let's start with a very quick look at the plans here. You probably can't see this very well because it won't be in particular focus, but I am actually having units that look very much like those, and this is a little plan here that they're supposed to have for me for what they're going to be doing. So let's look around the place a little. Here we start with the kitchen sink unit. That will be coming out completely. Get a brand new one of those. I've never lived in a place where I've had a brand new sink unit, so that'll be really rather nice. The covers above there, they're all coming out quite simply because apparently now they're supposed to be illegal in a council dwelling, simply because you just might bang your head. Oh dear. So it's a little bit like nanny state these days. Now something else here, I've mentioned before my Chinese bowl that I like to have my food out of. You can see actually the sort of size that it is, it's quite big. If it's things like spaghetti bolognese and that sort of stuff, so I rather like to use that. It's really quite pretty, it's rather a nice little bowl that. These tiles on the back here, I put those up myself. They'll all be coming down, and I will be allowed to have 3 rows. So that's 3 rows down to there, but it'll be along the top above the sink unit. It'll be a new worktop on here, different colour, and the washing machine apparently is going to be put out on the balcony while they're actually doing the refit. You can see the stove there. It's not particularly attractive, but it works very nicely. It doesn't have a splashback, this particular one, that my previous one did have, which has highlighted another point here. These electric sockets now, apparently they're going to have to be moved because they're now illegal. They're not allowed to put them behind a stove. You can hear the gas boiler that is here. I don't keep the cover on it any longer, quite simply because it, as you can see the pilot hole there, I don't think it's on now, it's just sorting itself out, but you can't see that. If you've got the cover on you can't see it, and so therefore the numbers of times I've had it running and it hasn't actually been, it hasn't actually fired, it's been just legion, so many times. And those pipes I believe are going to get boxed in, not quite sure what's going to happen there. There's a couple of cookie tins in the back there. Those are ones that I keep various different things, some for cheese, some for sweet biscuits, obviously some of Noggin's bowls there. Noggin's food area, and this particular cupboard will be getting ripped out, so everything that's in there at the moment will have to come out, and that will I keep most of my crockery in there simply because it's easy for me to get at from the particular height that it is. This obviously is the kitchen door, and just outside here there's a little cat. Hello little cat, how are you doing? Yes, I know all about you. He's a lot bigger than he was when we took pictures of him last time. Aren't you? Aren't you, Pudding? Yes, you are. He's a good boy. So we'll leave him out there because he seems to be quite happy. It's one of his little favourite places. Come round to the tea making area, obviously Kettle. And this is the tea caddy that I keep my usual supply of tea in. That's an electric can opener and various other bits and pieces that you've got there. This is a water filter. It's got a cover on because if I don't put a cover on it, the water will go green very quickly. So I like to use water that's been filtered in my tea, so I use that in the kettle all the time. This cupboard, this shelf at the back here, that will be going. Not sure where the microwave's eventually going to end up, and that cupboard with some of my stuff in, that will also be, I'll be taking that down. That's one that we've brought to the flat, so that'll be coming down. And there's a couple of cake tins there as well. So, and there's a notice board that will be coming down, and there's a big space here where the freezer used to be. Those are the boxes that I shall be putting my all my bits and pieces from the kitchen in, so that's the reason that they're there. This is the fridge and deep freeze, and the idea is that they will be hutched up toward the doorway here, with a view to having a top over the top of them, and then we'll see how that goes. Through and just have a very quick look at the sitting room as it is now. It's a lot more conventional than it was during the previous video of Noggin, and that obviously is a computer at the far end there. So it's all a lot better, a lot more conveniently set up. Obviously the television now is here, and my reclinable chair, the one that I usually use, is there, so that's really quite nice. Back into the kitchen, you've already seen all of that, and the only other thing now is probably to say, well, there's a notice board here which will be staying, and inside those cupboards you've got the gas and electric meters and stuff like that, as well as I keep garden stuff and also some of my herbs and spices and bits and pieces like that. And so anyway, there we go, that's the little video. And as I say, I shall be making another one as and when they've actually done something with the place, and apparently it's going to take them about 3 weeks to do it, so we'll have to wait and see, and then I shall take another video afterwards. Okay.